I'm Dr. Ryan Goodkin here today with Sabrina. She's got a lot of the same questions you may have as well. Let's dive right in.
Hi, Dr. Ryan. So my question for today is, I wanted to talk a little bit about vitamin D.
Oh.
Can you tell me what vitamin D is good for? Because I've always heard so many great things. I heard it's definitely one of the supplements that if you were to take any, you should definitely take vitamin D and that we're all deficient. So can you please tell me a little bit more about vitamin D and why it's so good for you?
Yeah, happy to, for sure. I love vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. It's actually it's converted into a hormone, right, by the kidney, calcitriol. Vitamin D is excellent. It plays a critical role in so many of our biological systems, but really heavy in our immunity as well as our bone health. There's a lot of research starting to come out about vitamin D. I'd say clinically, I see about 45% of my patients present deficient in vitamin D. So the first thing I tell people about vitamin D is, if possible, if you can, go get a blood test and see what your numbers are. I mean, most people are probably under 50 milligrams per deciliter. I'd like to see that number higher. Personally, I shoot for over 50. The normal range can be between 12 and 80. It varies depending on the lab, but 20 to 40 is considered okay, 30 to 50 is considered optimal for many people, but for me, I like to be a little bit over 50. So on the higher end, to get to 50, you probably need to be supplementing with about 2,000 units a day, maybe more.
I take 5,000.
Okay, actually, yeah, I say 5,000 will probably get you to about 50. Now, have you ever actually had a blood test to show your vitamin D level?
Yes, I've been taking 5,000 for many, many years, and my vitamin D is always amazing.
Is it? Great.
Yes, so
that's perfect.
5,000 for me works.
That's perfect. Yeah, so if you're only taking the recommended daily allowance, I mean, that's really not going to move your numbers at all. And depending on your lifestyle, your work habits, where you are most of the day, I mean, to go outside and get the body to convert enough vitamin D in your body, you need to have 15% of your skin exposed for about at least 15 minutes. I mean, that might sound easy for most people, but it's really not. And depending on if they're wearing sunscreen, depending on a lot of different factors, you may not even get that. Now, I strongly recommend a supplement. Typically 2,000 units of vitamin D will hopefully get us somewhere around 30 milligrams per deciliter, but like you referenced, if you take 5,000 units a day, maybe your levels be up closer to 50, which I consider more optimal. I mean, it is a vitamin we have to be careful with though, because it's fat soluble, which means it can build up in tissues, and if you take too much of it, actually you can overdose on vitamin D. Yeah, so, but it is one of my favorites. Vitamin D has so many benefits. It's typically not in our food enough. I mean, people don't eat enough oily fish for fear of mercury, PCBs, other contaminants. And you'd have to eat oily cold water fish in order to get enough vitamin D. Now, the food supply is fortified with vitamin D, but that's typically in dairy and some cereals, and I don't recommend dairy. So again, a supplement is definitely a good idea, and I typically recommend at least 2,000 units a day.
Awesome, thank you so much.
All right, as always, I'm Dr. Ryan Goodkin. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel, and follow me on social @RyanLiveGood. Thank you and be well.